So we get ourselves to the Pt4-Pirate harbor, but first we're going to take our way to the Deifica Temple, which is episode 3. Traveling through the foothills of the path to the temple atop the mountains overlooked Pt4-Pirate. We stopped to rest at a tavern along the way. Tavern at the entrance to a temple? That's just like the city, you thought to yourself as you opened the door. Upon seeing the inside, you gave a wry smile. It seems that the temple itself was running a bar. Acolyte priests scurried back and forth serving loud, rambunctious customers. You sat down at a small table and tried to relax, but a fight began brewing right beside you. A man carrying one enormous amount of luggage was surrounded by a group of drunks. You planned to avoid trouble, but then their leader kicked your table out from under you. It just wasn't your style to keep quiet after such treatment. You drew your weapon and dragged the man outside. The man with the luggage took advantage of this chance and quickly disappeared. Your opponent, perhaps cowed by your aggressiveness, held back and maintained a defensive posture. This called for an extensive use of throws. So throws are more effective here. And up here, as you play as Link is one of the characters here, you get Legend of Zelda music. And I think the character here is random. The throws are a little more effective. So throw with, throw like nobody's. You know how they're probably gonna. And that got rid of him. And class up the gold meal fight. And now we got a link to subchapter 1, which will be covered later on. But now we're hitting Pt4-Pirate Harbor. The port at Pt4-Pirate was a very busy place in the evening. The city's commerce was built around the port, as the ships arriving and leaving carried goods for trade. Shops crowded the streets, and the bars were full of ships' crews and those who would do business with them. Having spent the day wandering around the port, you two headed for an inn and hot meal and room for the night. You awoke in the night, shivering from the cold. Your head throbbed. There was a large bump in the back of your head. You quickly surveyed your surroundings, and it was clear that you were no longer in the room in the inn. It appeared that this is the inside of the ship. You have been sold away as a slave. It seemed your food has been drugged. The inn must have had a business agreement with some of the ships. Your weapon, of course, had been taken away. It wasn't like you to let your guard down like that. Now you had to find a way off the ship before it set sail. Fortunately, thanks to your training at Regulus, you were still a threat even without your weapon. After ramming down the door with your shoulder, you recovered your weapon from the crew and ran to the pier. Unfortunately, they weren't going to let you get away that easily. This is definitely under the category of hard missions, because the enemy's weapons will have poison, and you will go numb if you are damaged. And you've got 4 enemies near this beak. So, let's go. And they're all pretty hard to take on. Not let them hit you. Well, ringing them out was a good idea. And now we got Ivy. She's quite a deadly one. She gets deadlier in Soul Calibur 2. You see see what's happening with the poison weapon? Hopefully I get some health recovery. Good, that's about 50%. And Valdo, who is just unpredictable, creepy old man. And now, time for a little bonus character. Alfred, King of Pirates. We haven't seen yet, but he's a bonus character. Oh good, I only had to do this on my first try, which is definitely pretty good. Not exactly the talkative type when I get concentrated on fighting, but I got a new feature, and it's now the character Cervantes who we just beat. And now we got a new area, Mizar. But we don't have enough time to get through this chapter, the next chapter, so just gonna look and see if there's anything. Oh, the Megaton hammer, which is what I'm gonna be using for the majority of this. But next time on Soul Calibur 2, we'll be taking on Chapter 4, Mizar. See you guys.